What do Olympic soccer, AI, and aliens all have in common? They're all today on the 10-minute commute. We start with the question of the day. Today, I want you to think about it for a minute and then give me the answer in the comments below. The question for today: which has more humidity, the Amazon rainforest in its rainy season or the Illinois Valley in the middle of the summer? You're going to be surprised at the answer. I'll have the answer for you later in the show. First big story of the day: Iran and the U.S. met in Qatar, and I guess they agreed on something. They agreed they can continue to keep talking, which is a good thing. At least they didn't walk away. Nobody got mad. Nobody called anybody names. As far as I know, there were no new Lego videos, and there were no new bombs yesterday. So we're making some progress there, and gas prices and oil prices did respond accordingly. Well, at least as of yesterday. Today in history, back in 1776, you already know 1776, right? Well, 2 days before they signed the Declaration of Independence, today is actually the day that they agreed to declare their independence and started writing out the Declaration of Independence. The vote passed today in 1776. Today, in 1937, Amelia Earhart disappeared over the Pacific Ocean, never to be found again. Where is she? We still don't know. And then in 1964, today, Lyndon Johnson signed into law the Civil Rights Act. Second big story of the day: the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, has decided to take some comments as to how AI should be regulated. Comments are open through July 31st. Their big thing is whether or not AI is being discriminatory if it is trained or told to respond in a certain way to certain people, if that is a good thing or a bad thing. I don't exactly understand it, but you can check it out online. You can actually make comments to the Federal Trade Commission through July 31st. In sports today, if you were watching last night, I'm a big soccer fan myself. I don't know that you are. I know lots of people told me they are not soccer fans. But Team USA has advanced to the round of 16, one more win, and it will be a historic win because that's about as far as we've ever gotten in soccer. We will play Belgium on Monday. And I had somebody say to me that they thought that the U.S. was going to play England on the 4th of July. Wouldn't that be cool? But it is not true. That is not going to happen. The Cubs with a massive win yesterday, scoring 23 runs. And by the way, the last time they scored 23 runs was 1995. So just, 31 years since they've had that big of a game. Dumb criminal of the day. I don't know how dumb this guy is. He sounds like he's genius, actually. But there was a guy who was hacking ATMs and making them spit out all of their money, putting in a program that would make it just spit out all of its money, which actually sounds like a really smart guy. Not that he should be committing crimes, you know what I'm saying? But you can't be dumb and make that happen. I don't even know how to start. So, but here's where he was dumb. He took pictures of himself in front of every ATM that he did it at, and left that on his own phone. And of course, once he was investigated, all the evidence was there, because that's what criminals do. Stupid stuff like that. Taking pictures of yourself in front of your own crime. An interesting story for our third story today. That is that the average dinner in America has been drifting later and later. How late do you think it is? Before I say it, I'll let you kind of think about how late do you think it is that people eat dinner nowadays? Well, it's 7:15 p.m. I remember as a kid we ate dinner at about 5, and that's right. It has been moving its way later and later throughout the years. Just a decade ago, it was a half hour, so 6:45, a half hour ago. The latest studies show that the average Americans are eating dinner at 7:15 p.m. Joke of the day today. Last night it was hot enough, so I bought a ceiling fan. It doesn't seem that it was doing anything, just standing there going, "Go ceiling, go ceiling, go ceiling." Weather forecast for today is exactly what you expected it would be, right? Hot, 94 degrees today. The heat index well past 100. We have that heat warning still in effect that we've had all week. The entirety of my show that I started on Monday, we've been talking about this heat warning. Yeah, crazy hot. Hot enough that I'm wearing shorts to work today, which I never do, and I'm kind of opposed to wearing shorts to work. But after being outside yesterday and knowing that I'm going to be out in the car lot today, I'm wearing shorts because it's going to be that hot. Be careful today. And here's your last mile story for today, which kind of explains our question of the day. Which is hotter, the Amazon rainforest or the Illinois Valley with all of its cornfields? And the answer is the Illinois Valley with all of its cornfields. The Amazon rainforest, if you picture it in your head, during the rainy season, gets a humidity of as much as 88%. I went for a walk this morning. I checked the humidity outside. It's at 97%. And the biggest cause for that, the reason that we're so dry in the wintertime around here and so incredibly wet in the summertime, is because of all the corn and all the soybeans and all the plants that we have. We don't have those plants in the wintertime. We have all those plants in the summertime, and it seems like nothing holds humidity quite like corn. And the more humid we get is because the taller the corn gets, and the more corn sweat, corn humidity, just humidity in general that can be held by all the corn that is all around us. That's it for today. Thank you for joining me for the 10-minute commute. I was out yesterday because I wasn't working yesterday and ran across quite a few people who actually thanked me for this, which is super cool. Remember, the easiest way, the best way, the way that helps me, if you wish to thank me, is to share, comment, or like this post. If you do that, you help me out in a big way. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Stay safe and be kind to someone today.